To all those concerned in the world, and probably for future posterity, my name is John Cameron Weaver. I live in Rosamond, California. It is 9:38 in the morning, West Coast time, the 29th of April, 2025, Monday. Tuesday, actually. We have screwed up in the United States so big that I doubt our relationships will be ever repaired under the current administration. But my fellow Americans have not admitted it that they screwed this and the world up. They allowed this to happen, and now they're trying to protest it away, and it's not going to work. I don't know what the correct, if any, solution is in dealing with Donald Trump or in the removal of him. I do know we have a 25th Amendment in our U.S. Constitution that allows for removal of the President of the United States. And I am going into the archives of the Constitution of the United States because I want to see the 25th Amendment and try to describe it and talk about it. Because we are in so much guano, it's not even funny. And, well, that's what they kept calling it, the 25th Amendment, anyway. They call it the vacancy of the removal. It's there because of the removal of the president from the office or of death, the resignation of vice president shall become president. If there's a vacancy, the vice president is going to have to nominate another vice president while he takes over ad hoc. And because of this, because of the safeguards that was put into Article 2, let me see. They talk about removing the president and under the conditions. What I'm still scrolling through is to get that information to put that on record. They shall be. Let's see, where are we at? We are in Article 2, Section 4. The President, Vice President, and all civil officers of the United States shall be removed from office on impeachment for and conviction of treason, bribery, and other high crimes and misdemeanors. And what we've been doing is creating those high crimes. However, because of a Supreme Court ruling before the November 24th elections, that made it a little impossible right there. Put you on pause while I research. Okay, in the Supreme Court ruling back in July of 2024, there was an appeal that made it to the Supreme Court, but it was upheld. It was regarding Trump's actions during the January 6th and subsequent after that. And mainly, it was on his watch. Even though he did get voted out, he was still president until Joe Biden swore in on the 20th of January. But some of the actions taken prior to that, voter manipulation and stuff, There are arguments happening back and forth in the Supreme Court on this one. But ultimately, the decision was that under their constitutional structure of separated powers, and I'm paraphrasing, nature of the presidential power entitles a former president to absolute immunity from criminal prosecution for actions within his conclusive and preclusive constitutional authority, and he is entitled to at least presumptive immunity from prosecution for all of his official acts. There is no immunity for unofficial acts. And this is a small statement that adds credence and weight to what he's been doing. And unfortunately, the American people have been warned about Trump going to cheat at every which way because he's that consumed with power, money, greed, that it overrules everything, including the actions he takes in the office that are showing to be ruinous to the world's economy, to our country's economy, to our country's well-being. Case in point, Amazon had seen their stocks drop, but also seen the prices rise, while they try to keep low prices for their members and for people who shop on Amazon. Apparently, the tariffs are taking a huge toll on products coming into the country. Our shipping's down. Our shipping is down. Our trading partners are basically staying the hell away from us, including the trading partner of China. Now, we're political enemies, we are, because of our ideologies, our differences, but they are trading partners. But under the current administration that we have in the United States right now, we are not being good trading partners with anybody, not even to our northern or southern neighbors. As you have been well aware of, in the first administration of Trump, can't stand saying that name, there was always threats made to the southern border about bad people and bad things coming across. And he demanded that they stopped. He was going to have Mexico pay for a wall. Wasn't going to happen. He got part of a wall paid out of the United States taxpayers' pockets. And currently, he has enlisted the military forces to patrol the southern border between Gulf of California to the point of El Paso, Texas. Meaning we're talking about San Diego all the way through El Paso. And he's calling it a defense territory of sorts. National security defense something. Over 170 miles of desert federalized. Either make a political grand story, scheme of things, a showing of his insanity. I couldn't call it power. I call it insanity at this point. And suspending a law that's been out there for nearly 170 plus years in our country's history, what they call the Posse Comitatus Act. It forbids our U.S. military forces acting within the United States as police. It is not their job to be law enforcement, but in a federalized territory, he is trying to make that law moot. He has also gone after other trading partners, trying to reestablish other lengths that normally our diplomatic ties would not go into. He has his affinity and attraction to authoritative regimes, including Hungary's, including Russia and China and North Korea and Venezuela and Cuba, just to name a few. He wants to show them that he's tough like them. He has, I don't know, not enough of it anyway, medical examinations to prove that he is fit for duty. For a man of his age and weight and health issues, he is still considered healthy according to the so-called medical examiners and experts. However, other experts have stated that he's nuts. He's insane. But they can't prove it without doing the tests. And the simple test that is trying to be proven as accurate, he treats it as a game and thinks he can win at anything, including a psych test. You folks in the world have seen this coming. You've warned us. We didn't listen. And because of our actions and electoral college system that we have, but mainly the actions of our people, we have put this upon the world. We have screwed you. We have screwed ourselves. And not one of the constituents out there will actually go online or put it on tape that they were held responsible for this. I am. I did not vote for the man, but I did not do enough to keep him out of the office. So I will admit my mistakes online and in perpetuity. I claim accountability, transparency, and responsibility for it. I am a representation of the United States. I'm not official. But I seem to be the only one out there trying to apologize for our stupidity. For which I am sorry. I am sorry he is in office. I am sorry he's doing this to the world. The other authoritative regimes will be laughing their asses off. Well, let them. Let them. Trump's already made it clear he's going to be deporting people, including active citizens, birthrights, to foreign countries under our ICE agency. He's more than willing enough to transport children even with terminal diseases and conditions. I don't know what the right decision is because according to our line of succession, we don't have someone to take his place that'll help steer the country away from its continuing downfall and also to help repair the relationships with everybody in this world. The only person I would know is the Speaker of the House of Congress, Mike Johnson. But even removing him, would it be enough if we actually have somebody who's sympathetic and actually agrees with the repair job? But also taking accountability, transparency, and responsibility as well. Apologize to the world that they are also sorry, whoever the person may be. I am saying this for the record, and I will continue to say this for the record. Because nobody else will. Nobody else cares to do it. And why am I acting as a martyr? To clear my own conscience. clear my own conscience. This is my statement. I am John Cameron Weaver of Rosamond, California. This is my statement.